So full of the fish, they will not fall from shore about 100 yards away from Jesus. So they had went all night, couldn't catch nothing. You've been in that storm for a long time, you couldn't see nothing. Then all of a sudden you overflow. You know, so it don't matter how long it is. Sometimes it's hard. They've been all night. But now they overflowing. You could be in a storm a long time, for years, for months, but then you start overflowing. Sometimes God will have your cup overflowing. That fish is overflowing. Is they still trying to pick the net up, trying to get the fish and dump it in the boat. So they said throw the net back in the water on the right hand side. They about to catch more fish. On the boat, and they did, and now the fish is overflowing. The net is overflowing. And now Jesus said, bring some of the fish that you had just caught. And Simon Peter had climbed back into the boat, and they dragged the net offshore. They got to drag it because the net is so heavy. And remember, all night they couldn't catch nothing. Jesus said, we're going to try another way. Put it on the right hand side. So now the net is so heavy because there's so many fishes that there is overflowing with fishes right now. So Jesus said, y'all done caught all the fish. Bring some of that fish over here. It's time to eat breakfast now. They got so much fish. So it's overflowing. When you got enough, you have enough to eat breakfast. You got leftovers. And see, that's how God do. God will bless you and have it overflowing, but you have leftovers to bless someone else. And that's how he do. He don't just bless just for you. He bless you. You have some leftovers, to help bless someone else. So Jesus said, y'all got all this fish. Come on, let's go eat some breakfast. And you still got leftovers. So they went from nothing, to full of large fish. Now, it was an estimate of 153 fishes. But even with so many, the net was not torn. Now, remember, the net was so heavy. And net was so heavy with fishes. You'll think that net was going to break. You'll think it would have torn half. But that was a miracle from Jesus. No matter how many fishes, they had about an estimate of 153 fishes in there. But that net did not break. The net did not break. That was a miracle. Now Jesus had said to them, come and let's have breakfast. He said, let's have breakfast. He said, bring that fish up. Let me slice that up, clean it up, and we're going to have some breakfast. And this still going to have leftovers to feed someone else. And that's how God do. God will bless you and have your cup overflowing, have your bank overflowing. You're going to have leftovers to be a blessing to somebody else. They got so much fish. They got enough to feed somebody else. So now the disciples know it was the Lord, but they're there to ask him who you are. They're still curious, They're still, it look like him, but they're too scared to even ask. Is that's the Lord? That's him. He's back. I don't see the holes up in him. Is that's the Lord? Is he back? He did say after 3 days he was coming, but they were scared to ask him. They saw mumbling among themselves. So Jesus had took the bread, he took the fish, and he gave it to them. Remember they had the Lord's Supper before his crucifixion. So now they're having it again, but this time with fish. Remember they had it with the bread, and they had it with the juice, with the wine. So now they're having the bread and fish. So this was now the third time Jesus appeared to the disciple after he raised him from the dead. Okay, remember Peter had jumped in the water? Peter had overboard himself because he was excited. He was excited that he had recognized that was Jesus. When he recognized Jesus first, he said, this is the Lord, y'all. This is me. He recognized Jesus first. So he took his garment, he took everything off, and he dived up in that water. He was excited. So he was excited. He was waiting for the disciples on shore. But the others had followed behind with numbers of fish, 150 some fish. that they had caught. So what Jesus had told them to be sure to bring in. So in that moment, Jesus had called the disciples, to become fishermen of men. Though Peter, loyalty, had followed Christ, he also had fear. He jumped in that water. He was excited. Okay, Jesus, because he felt guilty that he denied Jesus before he crucifixion. For him to see Jesus, he was excited, but he had fear at the same time. Peter had loyalty before Jesus, before he before he died on the cross. So Peter happy, but he got fear. He denied Jesus several times. So in the hour before his crucifixion, so as they eat breakfast, of the fish and bread, Jesus will restore Peter to his cause. See, Jesus is a good man. No matter what you do, Jesus will forgive you. He is the only perfect man that came on earth. Now Peter denied him. Now he said he gonna restore Peter. He gonna restore Peter, and they gonna rebuild their friendship back. He not angry. He not mad. He was open his arms up to forgive Peter. And Peter was so scared and nervous. He thought Jesus was gonna hold a grudge against him. So God will have your cup overflowing. Now you may be on your journey, for a long time, and don't see anything. You may not see anything, to progress. And you may want to throw in the towel. It may be a long time. Just like the disciples, it was all night. They was ready to throw in the towel until Jesus came along. It might be a long time, on your journey. You might not see nothing. Might be all night. You're trying to fish. You might not see nothing. But don't throw in the towel. But when that road gets out, see, it had got nighttime for them. Don't stop. Y'all know I'm a witness. I can preach on motivating somebody to keep going. When that road gets out, and it's a long time and you don't see nothing, you don't stop. You have to keep going. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing your way through. Pushing your way through. Just like Jesus' disciples were on their journey, fishing, all night and caught nothing. They couldn't see nothing, could not catch nothing, But then, and it was about to stop. It was about to stop. But Jesus, it was about to stop, but Jesus, Jesus had told them, throw in a net on the right hand side. They obey, and they throw the net on the right hand side, and they caught fish. They caught fish until their net was overflowing. Till the net was overflowing. They caught so much fish, and all the fish that they caught on that net did not break. It did not break. And see, that's how it is. You're gonna keep holding on. And when God see you keep on holding, and see in the process that you can't see nothing, the devil gonna keep on trying to break you. But we see that net did not break. That net did not break. And the devil cannot break God's people either. Just like God saved that net, God will save his people. The devil gonna keep on trying to break God's people. God's people were not breaking that stone. That net did not break when it was overflowing. And when we overflowing, with all kind of trials and tribulation, we will not break. We're going to keep pressing our way through. We're going to get strength. Some kind of way. God going to give you strength. God kept that net together. God going to keep us together. And we will not break. Just like that net did not break. We're going to keep pressing our way through until you see something. So Jesus had received a miracle, and that was like 100 some fishes in that net, and that net did not break. You've been on your trial a long time, for months and maybe a year, and you did not break. When the devil keep on bringing trials at you, you did not break. There was all night and could not see nothing until God had the net overflowing, and it did not break. So the net was overflowing with fish. That's what we have to do. We have to not stop. We have to keep on trying. Even though you may fall, even though you may not see nothing, but don't stop. You got to keep pressing your way through. Keep pressing your way through until you see something. So until you see yourself prosper, we have to have faith. We have to have hope. And what you hope and faith is what you cannot see, but faith is action, and action means that are you gonna keep on working? You're gonna keep on trying until you see progress. So keep moving. They call nothing, but when they said when they didn't, but when they got knocked down, they kept on trying. Jesus told them to keep on trying because they were about to stop. Every time I get knocked down, one after another, the devil gonna keep on trying to break you, but you got to keep on being strong. You got to keep asking God to give you strength, and you just got to keep on moving forward, So they called nothing, but Jesus had told them to throw it in again. You fall down, you get up, dust yourself off, and you're going to try again. You didn't caught nothing. Okay, it's morning time. Throw that net again, and you're going to see progress. You get up and try another route, and you're going to start seeing progress. So that's what they did. Jesus told them, you're going to try another way, and they saw progress. So when we fall down, when we falling, keep on trying again. Sometimes you might have to keep on trying and trying, until you see what you aiming for. You got to keep on trying what you aiming for, for you to have it overflow. Keep on pressing your way through to what you aiming for, and watch how you see yourself overflow. Just like the disciples was. Just like the disciple was. You got to keep on pressing. What you dreaming for, what you visioning on, don't stop dreaming. Your dream, will keep your hope alive. You just got to keep on dreaming every night, even though you don't see it. Keep on dreaming. Because whatever you dream, if you can see yourself winning, you can win. You can keep on prospering and see yourself in that car. See yourself in that business. See yourself in that house. It will come to pass, because by you dreaming, you keeping your hope alive. You keeping your hope alive. So don't stop. Jesus telling them, don't stop. Try again. Try again. Do it on the right hand side. And watch you see. Jesus said, watch you see. It will happen. Keep on. Don't stay down. Keep on trying. Even though you don't see, but you keep on trying. And watch what you aiming for, what you dreaming for. What you can dream, what you can see, it will come to pass. So there was so much fish that Jesus said, let's go and eat breakfast. Then I had so much fish. Jesus said, okay, let's grab this fish. Let's go eat some breakfast with this. Let's get some bread. So Jesus broke some bread, clean and slice up the fish. So they had them a good breakfast. Who eat fish and bread in the morning for breakfast? I like fish in the morning. That's a good breakfast. I mean, you ain't got to worry about eating lunch. So they had so much fish. So then Jesus said, let's come on, let's go eat breakfast. And they had enough left over. So God will have us overflowing, when you have leftover, he will have everything overflowing. So you have love. That's how he will. When he blessed you, he ain't just gonna bless you. He gonna bless you when you have a whole enough left over where you can help someone and bless someone else. They got so much fish left over, they can feed somebody else. So throw your net. So don't stop. Throw your net back in a second time. So Jesus said, put your net in. Okay, but Jesus, you've been out here all night. We had this net in here all night, Jesus. Okay, we ain't caught nothing. We ain't caught, and you want us to throw it back in? Okay, but they obey. And to throw it back in the second time, until the net was overflowing. So don't stop. So don't stop. Get up and try again. Just because you didn't get it right the first time. Sometimes you may not get it right the second time. But don't never stay down. Always keep on trying. So what you cannot see, you will start seeing. That's just how the disciples were. What they could not see. And Jesus had them to try again. And that's when they was able to see progress. Because he said, do it again. And you will see. What they could not see. And once you try again, you will see. So what you can't see, you will start seeing. They couldn't see no fish, until they tried again. Until they saw many fishes where they was overflowing, where all of them was trying to get that net to try to dump them fishes in the boat. That's just how heavy the net was. And they had so much fish in that net, and guess what? That net did not break. I've been through so many trials, but I did not break. So you got to keep on holding on, and sometimes you might have to keep on trying, but God fixed that net where it would not break. But God will fix us where we will not break. The devil kept on trying to break Job. He did everything he can to Job. Took everything away from him. But Job did not break into pieces. He did not break. He still was holding on and praising God because he know what he cannot see. He know he was going to see it later. He had trust in God that he was going to see it later. But he kept holding on. And when the devil saw that he was still standing on his ground, holding on and still praising God, and the devil looking at him like, I did all this to you, and you still praising to God? Bam, he did that. And guess what? Job still was holding on and still praying to God. Because the devil gonna keep on trying to break you. That net did not break. You would not break. Job did not break. He just kept on praising God, and kept on pressing. Whatever you cannot see, you still hold on to your faith and your hope. See, your hope, and you got to keep on dreaming. You got to keep dreaming and visualizing what you want to see. Because your dream will keep your hope alive. Will keep your hope alive. When I dream, keep dreaming of myself every day. That will keep me going. That will keep me going. And God, the love of God, will keep you going. When the devil keep on trying to break you, you got to be strong. You got to have faith and hope. And you got to keep your dream alive. Because what you keep on dreaming, what you keep on seeing in your dream, eventually it's all coming to pass. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you can't see. That's God's job. Because see, God can see what we cannot see. Jesus saw what they could not see. Jesus saw that fish was in there. Jesus didn't see it on the left hand side. Jesus saw it on the right hand side. He said, okay, if you put it right here, you put it right here, you're gonna see some results. Because see, God and Jesus, they can see what we cannot see. We cannot see. But they can see what we cannot see. You know, ain't none was over there. Ain't none was over there. I see what's over here. Just try this again. So we just have to hold on to our faith and hope. That's what keep that will keep your dream alive. Your faith and your hope. Faith is with action. Meaning keep on working arm, keep putting your material out, keep on being a voice for everyone else. And with the disciples, you keep on trying. Try a second time. So a miracle occurred by Jesus. That net, was overflowing with fish, but it did not break. Did not break. Now, someone else can try to put 10 fishes in one net. It will break. They had 153 fishes in that net. And that net did not break. I went through so much trial, still standing. I did not break. You got to keep faith in you, and for you not to break, you got to have God in your life. You got to still love and praise God through your trials. You can't go through the trials, and be mad with God. Because once you stop praying, then you on your own, and then you will break. So no matter how long and hard your trials is, stay connected with God. Just like that net did not break, we will not break either. So that's the word on the fish. The fish, they could not catch nothing. Jesus said, try again a second time. Don't put it this way. Put it the right hand way. You receive results. And that's the story on that. When you fall down and you don't see results the first time, ain't nothing wrong with you trying again. Ain't nothing wrong that you have to try a third time. You got to keep on trying. When God see you trying and see you still praying, because a lot of times he'll test your faith. Remember he tested Abraham's faith with his own child. Abraham loved God more than his own child, and God was touched by that. So God want to see how much we love Him. He want to see how much we trust Him, and how much are we going. How much are we gonna put Him first? He saw that Abraham put Him first. Put Him first over his son, a son that he been waiting for a long time. When his wife could not even have a child, and finally have that child, and God said, you know what? I need you to sacrifice that child. And guess what? Abraham had faith. Abraham had hope, because see, Abraham loved God that much. In his mind, he believed that I know God. God give me this child, and I know God don't want to take it away. So his faith was so strong. So strong. And so that net was overflowing with 153 fish. But that net did not break. You could go through so much trials for months and years, and you'll still be standing because you did not break. And so I also talk about trying to put the world back together. It seems like it's falling, but really, it need a little polish and touch up. It's so much going on at one time, but to put it back together, I have to do it step by step. Step by step. It's so much going on. I try to, I've been praying for the school and the kids. They've been clear, for a while, so now, got a lid on that for a little while, but then the parents start killing the kids, and talking about, oh, that was a mistake, that's not good. So when you deal with one situation, another situation come on, but sooner or later, we will get it back together. And I also talk about we have the kind of president we have right now. He loved to try to help the American. Because when you're a president, you don't just be a president and invest in yourself. You have to invest in the world. You have to invest with the American. You have to care for their needs. You have to make things reasonable for them. To pay for, because the economy is so high right now. I constantly put the increase for the wages, minimum wages to go up. The living cost is so high. So here, president always try, to try to come up ways to try to help the American. Save the Social Security and make it kind of cheap, reasonable for them to pay for their medicine and stuff. He's trying to help the student loan forgiveness and stuff. So they're running for election for 2024. We need a president that gonna come in, and help the America, not help themselves, invest in itself. You got to invest in America to try to make the world better, and try to please the America. So see, the rules have to please them. Because when a situation go on, we got to try to find policies to try to make it safe. So we pretty much, you know, um, have to help the American in the world. Not trying to invest in ourselves. We invest into the world. So that's the kind of president we have now. And it's the kind of president we're gonna need for 2024. Have compassion for the needs that we have to have for this world. So that's all the word and the news that I have for you today. And we have to remember, when you falling, it doesn't matter. Get back up and try again. You're about to give up. I've been out all night. We ain't caught nothing. Jesus said, try again. And you see results. So whatever we cannot see, we just have to keep trying until we see it. Have a nice day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.